Saturday, January 22nd marks the 49th anniversary of the Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade, which, as we know, essentially legalized abortion at a federal level in the United States. Since then, there have been about 62 million abortions committed in the United States, which is about twice the population of Texas. You also may have heard that there is a new case from Mississippi that the Supreme Court has to decide on, which can pose serious threats to Roe v. Wade. And so if Roe v. Wade were to be repealed, obviously we would rejoice. It would be a great victory for the pro-life cause. But the fact that we even have to have this debate, that we had to have it 49 years ago, is something that's very sad, and it says that there's something terribly wrong with our country. For example, what if we were to have a debate in the Supreme Court about whether it should be legal to systematically kill Jewish people, or about whether we could enslave black people and consider them as subhuman beings and own them as property? Today, we recognize those things of the past as atrocities. We are appalled that they happened, and especially the ones that happened in our own country. And we look back with shame, and we even say, oh, if that were to happen in my day, I wouldn't do that. I would oppose slavery, or I would oppose Nazism or whatever if it touched my particular culture, my time. And yet, that's exactly what happens with abortion. Abortion is the killing of an innocent child. Everyone instinctively knows that killing an innocent person is wrong. If you ask a 7-year-old, if you explain to them what abortion is and ask them what they think about it, they're going to think that's horrible. Only later on, with indoctrination, by lying to ourselves or being lied to by others, do we get to twist our consciences and twist our understanding so that we can approve abortion and think that it's something okay. And all this should make us sad. You know, it should make us upset and even righteously angry. But we can't just wallow in that. We can't just be upset and depressed, because that's not constructive, it's not helpful at all. We have to take those negative emotions and apply them in a constructive way. First of all, to ourselves. I can ask myself, what have I done or not done in the defense of human life? Do I even remember that abortion happens every day? Do I pray to end abortion? Do I do any fasting or any sort of sacrifice for that? Do I volunteer my time or my money or any way that can help the pro-life cause, that can help women who have unwanted pregnancies or are single, help them choose life? Do I do anything really in favor of the pro-life cause? And so obviously we see this as a battle that we're trying to win. But abortion, slavery, any sort of persecution of a different people or a different class of people throughout time is certainly an evil that has to be overcome. But the greatest evil that has to be overcome is the evil in our own souls. We have to overcome sin. The saints did great things in history. They made orphanages, ran hospitals, schools, helped the poor, etc. Many things that they've done, and at very historic levels that even non-Christians recognize as heroic. Think of Mother Teresa, for example. But what happens sometimes is that we get so upset by what's going on in the world, and we should be upset by these things, but we get so upset that we don't focus on our own interior life. We don't turn our hearts over to God. And God wants to work wonders in this world, but He wants to work them through our hearts. So we have to transform them with His grace and turn them over to Him. And so we have to continue with hope, with firmness of will, trusting in our Blessed Mother. We'll conclude with a beautiful prayer by Saint Manuel Gonzalez, the Bishop of the Abandoned Tabernacle, who asks the following of the Blessed Virgin. Immaculate Mother, let us not grow weary. O our Mother, one request, that we may not grow weary. Yes, even if the discouragement from little fruit or ingratitude assails us, even if weakness softens us, even if the wrath of the enemy persecutes and calumniates us, even if we are lacking money and human aid, even if our works fell to the ground and we had to start over again, O dear Mother, may we not grow weary. Firm, decided, encouraged, always smiling, with the eyes of our face fixed on our neighbor and on his needs to relieve them, and with the eyes of our soul fixed on the Sacred Heart of Jesus, who is in the tabernacle, let us take our place, the one that God has appointed for each one of us. No turning back, no crossing our arms, no sterile lamenting. As long as we have one drop of blood to shed, a few coins to give out, a little bit of energy to spend, a word to say, encouragement in our heart, a little bit of strength in our hands or in our feet that can serve to give glory to Him and to you, and to do a little bit of good to our brothers. O my Mother, for the last time, may we die before growing weary. We ask this grace of our Blessed Mother.